I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to do a little goal setting, which is a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite things to do. Bear with me while I get it set up. Here we go. Almost. Okay. So we're going to do it I'm using the goal setting sheets from the Positive Planner, so you can kind of check those out. Drop any questions that you have. Since I'm doing this from Zoom, I won't be able to see them, but I will afterwards. And so I still love your support and your comments and your interactions, so that way we can chat about it next. So I'm going to just jump right in because you know, this is the time of year I chose to do a sample of goal setting that is actually weight loss. So everybody is like New Year, their first resolution, right, is I'd like to lose weight. So these sheets, that first area is an area where you write down what your goal is, but it's really important to make your goal very specific and measurable. So you know, like when you get to the end of your goal and you're like, I achieved it, where it's just like lose weight or, you know, get healthy. Those don't really help you measure out your goals, and you don't get to a finite spot and go, now I'm healthy. So make those measurable. And I'm going to try and move my face so I'm out of your way here. Okay, so example, to become a healthy size 8 with enough core strength to be able to do Pilates without stopping. That's a measurable goal, right? So now let's move on to, okay, you now want to choose your date. What's your beginning date, and what's your target date of completion? A lot of times we have this like, in 30 days I'm going to lose 20 pounds, you know, but it might be possible, but it could be very discouraging if you get into week 2, 3, and you start seeing that you're doing well, you're getting towards your goal, but you're not towards this big ginormous goal. So give yourself something very reasonable as for time. So I chose 6 months as a target date. That seemed like a reasonable from the start point to your end point. So you know what your start point is, you know what your end goal is, and map it out and see if it's possible. So that's what we're doing here. Now, write down a detailed description. If you've ever heard about law of attraction, this is a prime example of law of attraction, right? You want to put a day in a life that you have it so strongly in your mind, that experience of what it's going to be like, that's the thing that gets you out of bed and working out, or gets you to prep food for work the next day, or whatever it is that you need to do to get you to your goal. So I'm using, like I said, I'm using weight loss as an example, but you can use this. This is for any accomplishment you want to use. So my example here, let me move my screen again, is I'm healthy. My energy stays up all day. I feel strong during the day, and I can feel my ab muscles. So if you ever had like really strong core strength, you know how good that feels to like be able to flex your muscles and feel them. I feel confident and sexy in a bathing suit. So that is kind of like my example of what it would feel like to accomplish that goal. Now, let's move that down. So we're going to begin with our monthly strategy. So we're breaking this down into monthly, weekly, daily. So you know exactly how to plan your month, how to plan your week, and what your daily activity should be. So your monthly strategy, I put, for example, on the left side, join a gym or a challenge group, find recipes for the Mediterranean diet, order M3 by the 26th each month so it arrives by the 1st, complete my measurements, and take my before photos. I'm going to do that on a monthly basis so I can track my progress. So some on the right side, you put on any oppositions that you might be dealing with, anything that would keep you from it, or any blocks that you might come up for yourself. So dealing with an injury, I have a repetitive injury in my back where I pulled out ribs, and so I keep having to deal with that, which means that I need to be cautious and choose things that don't aggravate it but support it. So I chose Pilates as a support. I can't talk right now. As a support for me, because I know that core strength will strengthen my intercostal muscles. So another excuse, I don't have much time. I don't know how to do the Mediterranean diet. The gym's just too far. So as you write down all the things that might come up for you, right at that moment, find your answer for those problems. So that way, when you want to say the gym's too far, I'm like, well, I'm in a challenge group. I'm going to have exercises right at my fingertips that I can pull up and look at and do at my house. So that is just not an excuse. Or I don't know about the Mediterranean diet. Well, you're finding recipes and you're getting those printed out, prepping for the month. So you're answering all of your opposition. So that way you have an opposing thing and you make it easier to accomplish that. So going on to breaking it down into weekly. So my weekly strategy: workout 5 times a week, meal prep on Sundays, and my opposition might be to that is I don't like cooking. So it's like, well, prep on Sunday, then you're prepared, then you don't have to cook, then you can pull out your meals, and whether they're in the freezer or the fridge. Then a last step is what you're going to do on a daily basis to get you closer to your fitness goal. And so for me, drinking 6 to 8 glasses of water. I don't drop a water emoji in the comments if you have a really hard time with it. I have a hard time remembering my water. And then work out. Do we have a dumbbell emoji? That would be fun to see. Work out 15 minutes a day minimum. So that's my minimum on a daily, whether it's putting in Pilates CD or it's actually going to the gym, whatever it is, that's my goal. And bring food with me. So if I'm going to be in a place where I know that I'm not going to have healthy choices, or I'm not going to have choices, then grab my food out of the fridge that I prepped on Sunday, and then take 3. So burn, sustain, sink, and keep on that system. Right side, my opposition might be I keep forgetting. So if that's something, then maybe set alarms on your phone to help you remember, or put it out on the counter so you see it. I don't have very much time. That's part of prepping and setting your goal for the week. Is if you have meal preps, then it's more likely that you're going to pull it out and have something healthy. So that kind of concludes our goal setting sheets. I hope that helps you use them efficiently. You can find the whole positive planner at attractinghappiness.com. I'd love for you to drop me a love bomb in the comments if you're enjoying your planner. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful night. And let me see how to stop sharing this.